Okay, so here is the Malefic deck profile. So this deck I've added a little bit more cards, so I've added 6 more cards. I think the original deck was 40. I added a few more cards into it. First of all, we're going to start off with the actual monsters. We don't run any Stardust, Malefic Stardust, because mainly because it's not a level 10, and I'll get to what that is now in a minute or so. So we want to run 3 Malefic Cyber End Dragons. They're just basically the core of the deck. And we've got 3 Malefic Rainbow Dragons. They're basically exactly the same as the Cyber Dragon, exact same attack. It just doesn't have any defense, so it's probably better to get out End Dragon rather than Rainbow. But I mean, usually you don't really get them set into defense anyway. Then you want to have 3 Rainbow Dragons just so these will actually work when you try to summon them. You want to run 2 Metaion, I'm not sure if that's how you spell it, the TimeLord. This guy is also level 10, I'll explain that in a minute as well. But basically, this guy is actually pretty good. It's mainly for stall, and also mainly other monsters in this deck for stall as well. But basically, when you play him, he's a 0 attack, 0 defense. You can still attack with him, even though he has 0 attack. But you don't take any battle damage. He can't be destroyed by battle. And basically, if he attacks or he is attacked, then during the end phase of the turn in which he's attacked or he does attack, you can return all other monsters on the field to the owner's hands. So basically, it's really good if, say, they've got like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 different XCs out, and you can just basically normal summon that. No, not normal summon. You can special summon him. No, sorry, you can. It is a normal summon. It says here. You can normal summon him and then attack with the 0 attack. You don't take any damage, and then just end the turn, and then all of their stuff goes back into the extra deck. Then I run 3 fire hands and 3 ice hands. Mainly just for stool as well, basically. But they're still pretty good. So, really good. 2 CardCar Ds, also just mainly to get out your main cards. And Maxx C, 2 Maxx Cs, because Maxx C is actually pretty good in this deck, actually, I've found. And those are the monsters, so I'll get onto the spells. So you want to run 3 Upstart Goblins. I don't usually like running Upstart Goblins, but they seem to be okay in this deck, just because of the damage, the amount of damage the Malefic monsters do. 3 Terraforms, 2 Pot Dualities, 3 Space Typhoons, and then this is why we have no Stardust, no Blue Eyes, White Dragon, Malefic, just these ones which are all level 10. And the reason why they're all level 10 is because of this card, Mound of the Bound Creator. This is actually what makes the deck so powerful. Basically, level 10 or high monsters on the field cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. If a level 10 or high monster on the field destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, the player who controlled the destroyed monster takes 1000 damage. So basically, you can deal damage to the enemy and deal more damage to the enemy, and these guys can't be killed unless they have a monster which has more than 4000 attack. Which is why it's pretty damn OP. But you're probably saying, yeah, well, if all they've got to do is just kill this. Well, yeah, that is true. Which is what, I'll get to that in a minute. Then we have Malefic World. This is actually really good, I found. I mean, there's only one in the deck, but I think I'll probably run, like, another one. I'll probably take out this and run another Malefic World. Basically, you can skip your draw phase, and then you can choose 3 Malefic cards from a deck, and then the opponent has to choose one of them. So, at random. But, like, if you just choose all 3 Cyber End Dragons, then you're going to get a Cyber End Dragon. And then you can just play it, and you win. Then we've got Necrovalley. This is just because it's a field spell. That's pretty much the only reason why it is, pretty much. Then on to the traps. We have the main ones: Bottomless Trap Hole, Evacuation, Skill Drain. Yeah, Skill Drain, but I'll get that. Solemn Warning, and 3 Reckless Greeds. I'll probably take out one of these Reckless Greeds because skipping a draw phase is extremely painful. Like, unless you have another Reckless Greed, then it's extremely painful. Now, I run Skill Drain. Now, this is also what makes the deck extremely powerful. If you activate Skill Drain, these guys won't die if there's not a field spell on the field. So you can summon it, and it won't die, even if there's not a field spell. It's just basically, it's a free summon of a 4,000 attack, 2,800 defense monster. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And plus it negates all the effects of the enemy monsters as well, which is also good. And Solemn Warning, just self-explanatory. Now this is where I sort of made the little bit of change. I added these 3 cards, which is Field Barrier. Not many people know about this, I'm not sure, but Field Barrier is extremely OP in this deck. Basically, you can play it, and field spell cards cannot be destroyed, and also you can't activate. You can't activate a new one as well. Only thing is you can only control 1, which is kind of annoying. But so basically, you play Mound. Okay, so say you start off with a Terraforming in your hand, and you don't have any sort of Malefic monsters, apart from Cyber Dragon or something. I don't know. You Terraform into Mound of the Bound Creator. You then summon. You then play field barrier. So now this is invincible, pretty much, unless it gets returned to the hand. And then you can play this, and it'll never die. And then you can activate Skill Drain, and it'll never die. And then we have the extra deck. 3 Cyber Dragons as usual, mainly because of that. I don't usually use any of these Xyz monsters unless I really have to. But if you do, then well, you can. But yeah. The only way you can really get out these 3 is through Skill Drain being on the battlefield. Okay, so we've got Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer, really powerful 5,000 attack guy. Sky Palace Gangaridai, something like that. And the Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gust of Maxx. This card, I remember back in the day, was like you could run it in the Dragon deck, because I remember Red Eye's Metal Dragon wasn't limited to 1. No, Red Eye's Darkness Metal, something like that. Red Eye's Darkness Metal Dragon. It wasn't limited at 1, so they'd basically just run 3 of those, and then you could just use its effect to summon like 2 of them, and then get out Super Dreadnought, and you'd basically just deal 5,000 damage in 1 turn. It was really good. Then we've got the Carnagorgon Illuminati Knight. Then we've got 101 Castell, Direwolf, Chain, Emerald, and Abyssdora. And that is the deck list. Okay, so on to the first game. Let me quickly swap this for you. There we go. So I have basically my hand. This guy is running Ghost Ricks. I haven't seen these in quite a while, but they're pretty cool. This guy's running some kind of weird Winged Kribo level 10 deck. I don't really know about all that sort of stuff. I'm not really into that. So I have 2 of my main cards, which is Mound of the Bound Creator and Field Barrier. Now all I need is a Malefic monster. Now I had quite a bad hand in this, actually. I mean, I had 3 Terraformings, even with the card I need. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't really think of just getting the Malefic World card. But I don't think I actually knew what it did then. But yeah. So here we've got Solemn Warning and Reckless Greed. Reckless Greed is actually I don't like it. It is reckless, because if you don't do it correctly, then you have to wait 2 turns before you can draw anything, which is kind of annoying. But I activated it, and I actually did get Malefic Cyber End Dragon. So with Bound Mound Creator, this card's pretty much invincible unless this card goes, which it won't because I've got Field Barrier, which is why it's good. So this guy, I think he actually does just quit after a while. I'm not entirely sure, but I think he realises that he's screwed and I win. So this guy is some really weird stuff, like going through level 10 and Ghost Ricks. Not really sure. But yeah, this guy is basically, when I have a face down, when he has face downs, like I can actually attack through them, so I could just deal 400,000 damage to his face. But then he flips this, but then I do something rather, and he sort of just ends. He loses connection. I'm not sure if he rage quit or what. I don't really get why, but there we go. So let's go on to the next game. Okay, on to the next game, and this guy has Red Eye's Darkness Metal Dragon. And I have Malefic World, so I can now play this and get my Malefic monsters out. With Terraforming. Yeah, this deck's fairly good if you know how to use it. Also got a pot Duality if I need it. I think I'd actually do activate, yeah. And I don't get anything. I get Field Barrier, which is what I need anyway. But I'm not gonna activate it yet because I don't want this. I want this out. And when I have Man of the Bound Creator, my cards are invincible. But if I activate this, I can't actually play this afterwards, so it's fine. So this actually does survive until the end of the turn, and I use it, and this guy gives me a End Dragon, which is when I then use Bound Creator, Field Barrier, and summon it. And this guy actually dies and takes another 1000 damage. But this guy didn't actually read what this does though, and he tries to use Regeki, which he figures out that it only kills Fire Hand, not this, and I get to kill this guy, and he loses connection. Okay, this is my most hated one of all of them actually, but I think I played it okay. The reason why is because this card here, Error Mage Kananga, basically when yeah, if she gains life points, which she's going to because she's got that Herfield spell, she can target one spell or trap I control and return it to the hand, which means this thing. But luckily I do get to kill this. She has another thing. So she gains 1000. She loses 1000. Now I summon this. I know all costs I cannot let Kananga be summoned. So even just when it gets summoned, I activate Solemn Warning. This guy is like, oh crap. Well, damn, I can't do that. So this guy dies, and Fire Hand effects. This guy dies. That's actually all I've got for today, actually, guys. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any more footage, but yeah, I think it was okay. So make sure to like the video, comment if you want to, if you would make any changes in the deck or anything. And if you want to, you can even link me to some of your own Malefic monster plays, if you have any. Okay, so this is Malefic Quasar, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.